thank you for coming tonight. I hope you enjoy the show, which leads us to our first piece. We're going to sing a piece called Da Pacem Domine. This piece is a canon, which is kind of like a round, if you know what a round is. It's using Latin text and consists of two simple melodies. When these melodies are combined, they form a complex sound with rich harmonies. So enjoy. The Nutcracker by Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky. This ballet is traditionally performed around Christmas time. We are going to be singing an a cappella version, which is unaccompanied voices only, like we just sang, of the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. This piece was actually meant to sound like water droplets coming off of a fountain. That was the choreographer's request for the sound of the piece. Again, this is Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy from the Nutcracker. And our last piece from this group, for now, is a piece called Grown Up Christmas List. You may be familiar with it. It is a pop Christmas song that is slowly becoming a classic. It's been recorded by many artists, Amy Grant, Michael Bublé, Barbra Streisand, Natalie Cole, David Foster, and I'm sure you've heard it on many different Christmas albums. And actually tonight, I am very grateful and thankful that we have Deb Martin here accompanying us. Deb was actually my substitute for the first 7 weeks of the school year. So without her, this wouldn't be happening right now either. So thank you so much. And Deb graciously came back to play the piano for us and accompany us tonight. So we're very, very happy to have her here. Also, just a note, the concert choir is not finished singing after this song. There is one last piece at the end of the concert, and it's a really great one. So I hope you can stick around and listen to it. Thank you. Okay, so right now we're transitioning groups. The concert chorus, like I said, is going to come back a little later. But right now, our vocal ensemble is going to perform. This is a new group, a brand new group that we started here this year. And this is a volunteer group. We meet once a week for about 2 hours to rehearse, and the goal of starting this group was actually to start an a cappella group here at the school. So we're hoping that in the future, with practice and as we can grow and evolve, that this group will continue singing a cappella music and become an a cappella group. So we have 2 songs for you tonight. We have the first song is Carol of the Bells, which I'm sure you all know. It's a traditional holiday piece. This group is singing as an SATB choir, soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. And then our second piece, they're going to actually move between pieces, move positions. Our second piece is a piece called White Winter Hymnal. It was originally performed by the group called Fleet Foxes, and most recently it was performed by Pentatonics, the group Pentatonics, and they will be performing some body percussion with that song tonight. So without further ado, the vocal ensemble.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw all cares away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, meek and humble. Ding dong, ding dong, that is our song, with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, happy bound, raising the sound, royal and down, telling its tale. Merrily they ring, all people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, merry, merry Christmas, merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merrily sing along, their jingle tune to every home. Sweet silver bells all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing a cheer to young and old, meek and humble. Ding dong, ding dong, that is our song, with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, royal and down, telling its tale. Merrily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merrily sing along, their joyful tune to every home. To every home. Ding dong, ding I was following the eye, 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 was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats, to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their
On stage, you see part of the band. This is something that I've started doing for the past couple of years. I like to do small group ensembles because it gives the kids a chance to be individuals and showcase their instruments. Sometimes they'll do smaller groups, just flutes, sometimes clarinets. For this concert, I decided to do our Woodwind ensemble. So it's flutes, oboe, clarinets, and our special guest, Kevin Lee. Who, ironically enough, with all the instruments that he plays, woodwinds is not one of them. But percussion is one that he does play, so he's going to add some color to our piece. The first piece that they're going to be doing a piece, and then our saxophone ensemble will be getting up. The piece that they're going to be performing, I think, is pretty recognizable. It is Believe from the Polar Express. Okay, nice, right? It's a beautiful song. That for me, that's the holidays. That's one of the new. It's a really important movie in the holidays. I think for a lot of people, you know, those people that forget to believe that this is a really, really important time for friends, family, and everything else. So up next, our saxophone ensemble. So for those who have been around the Passaic Valley High School Theater in the past couple weeks, we had a very successful run of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We always put on a holiday show for the little kids in the three towns. Very bizarre, surreal situation for me because my son is now in kindergarten, so he's now one of the kindergartners in school too that walks down the hill and comes to the schools. It was really kind of neat seeing him walk through the doors. It was a really cool thing. So we thought that was so much fun having the Grinch on the stage. We decided to do How the Grinch Stole Christmas with our saxophone ensemble. One, two, three. All right. Cool. Cool stuff, right? All right, so we're going to be doing a lot more of that throughout the year. We're going to give brass a chance to get up there and do some stuff. I've got some cool things in the wings waiting for that. We're going to do a lot of more group things like this, duets, trios, things like that. So up next, I'd like to call up the concert band. Okay. So the first piece we have for you is called Old Brenton Carol. It's by Gustav Holst. It's not a typical holiday song, but it's from Gustav Holst's Winter Suite. He wrote a whole suite that was meant to be very winter sounding, which I believe you're going to hear in this. This is the third movement from that suite. So the Old Brenton Carol. Anybody hear green sleeves in there? Within it, there's a little bit of green sleeves in there too. We also had Nicole and Lara on the clarinet duet. And is there anybody else on that one? No, not that one. Not yet. Okay. Tuba solo, but that's because he's the only one. We can use more tubas. But yes, there was a tuba solo by Mark Huggins. Our next piece, I'll give you a little introduction before I call up our actual conductor, the actual conductor for this one. This is a piece called Cowboy Christmas. It's kind of campy. It's kind of fun. It basically gives you the holidays, and it gives you a little bit of cowboy. Okay, if you know Copeland's Rodeo, you get a little bit of Copeland's Rodeo. Beef, it's what's for dinner. It's that commercial. We get a little bit of Magnificent Seven in there, and they're going to hear a lot of holiday songs in there as well. So I'm actually not conducting this one. It's the best part. I'm going to go and play percussion. I don't get to do that. I don't get to do that very often. This year, I was fortunate enough to have a practicum student teacher from William Patterson. His name is Josh Idio. He's a trumpet player, and he came to me at the beginning of the year as a practicum student teacher, as all teachers have to do. After this, he gets to go on to student teaching, which is a hefty, hefty load. A lot of schools are not accepting practicum teachers or student teachers anymore because of all of the assessments that we have to go through. But I think it's so, so important to give these students a chance to do what they want to do. I remember absolutely. It's a rare thing for people really, really to love what they do, especially becoming a teacher. It's a tough field, and it's a great craft. So he's been fantastic this year, and we've been pushing him hard and making sure he's got all his stuff down, but he's been fantastic, so I'd like to call up Mr. Josh Idio. That was fun, right? That one's it's like a whirlwind on that one. So fantastic job, Mr. Dio. Thank you again. So before we close with our last and final piece, which I'll give you a little background on, I want to thank you all for coming on this freezing, freezing cold night. I'm sure it's still just as cold as it was this morning. That was fun. Coming in here was fun too. But 'tis the season, right? So thank you again for coming. Thank you to you guys for all the work you've put in. Thank you to your parents. As Ms. Vanderstreet said before, thank you to your parents for driving them here for zero period and rehearsals and all these things that we do. Library concerts that we had this week, Woodland Park concert, and we were at Little Falls on Tuesday or Monday, whatever day. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. On Sunday, we have a concert at the Woodland Park Municipal Center, so we'll be there at 2 o'clock if you want to come hear this music again. I want to thank our administration for allowing us to do what we do, Dr. Cardillo, for supporting the arts, which is such a incredible thing that we have administration that does support the arts. So it's very rare to find. It's very rare to find now, and we have a great place here at Passaic Valley. It's as we hear almost every single day, it's a great day to be a Hornet. And it always is a great day to be a Hornet here. I think the Mr. September bobblehead is still missing. For those who don't know, check out our PVTV's posts that they have on YouTube. They've done a fantastic job too. So thank you to PVTV, Mr. Capella, Mr. Rosilli. These guys all working up here. They're filming. It's like a television show. It's great. So thank you guys for coming. We're going to close with Celtic Bell Carol. It's very similar to the Ukrainian Bell Carol, which you heard before with Miss Vanderstreet. The only difference is it has a little Celtic flair to it. You're going to hear some things that sound like Irish tap dancing, more Irish-sounding drums. So thank you guys. Enjoy. Have a safe and happy holidays. That was featuring our percussion section. We had Jan Radke on a flute solo in there. Our saxophones was just Mark Garcia and our alto. Alicia, Oh, it was Cowboy. I knew I missed one. Alicia had a solo in Cowboy Christmas, too. So, guys, thank you for coming. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
See you in March.
Our last piece is called "The Lord Bless You and Keep You." It's arranged by Peter Lutkin, and this piece tonight is going to serve a special purpose. This piece, hopefully now, will be sung at every concert as an alumni piece. So at the end of each concert, we will invite alumni to stand and sing along with the current PV choir. If you already know this piece, please feel free to sing along. But hopefully in the future, more people will, as they go through the school, learn this piece, come back, and be able to sing it with us. So thank you again for coming, and we will end with "The Lord Bless You and Keep You."